5 billion naira suit filed against the Nigerian government by the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, detailed the extensive torture meted out to the IPOB leader in Kenya as revealed by one of the brothers, Prince Emmanuel Kanu. Sahara reporters exclusively obtained a copy of the suit filed by the IPOB leader, where it was exposed that he was beaten by the Nigeria security operatives in Kenya till he fainted, an accident which reportedly occurred several times, but he was quickly revived with cold water. According to an affidavit sworn by Emmanuel Kanu in the suit, the Nigeria government officials refused to allow Kanu access to the restrooms, and he was forced to defecate and urinate in the detention room with same substance smeared on his body by the operatives. The suit was filed by Kanu's lawyer Aloy Ejimako in Umuahia, the Abia state capital, before a state high court on September 7 to press for Kanu's release to the adequate medical treatment among other rights entitled to him. The suit is in enforcement of Kanu's right to life, dignity of the human person, personal liberty, fair hearing, no arbitrary arrest and detention, and no unlawful expulsion. Why Kanu is the applicant, there are 8 respondents, which are the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Attorney General of the Federation, the Chief of Army Staff, the Brigade Commander, 14th Brigade, Nigerian Army, Ohafia, Abia State, the Inspector General of Police, the Commissioner for Police, Abia State, the Director General, State Security Services, and the Abia State Director, State Security Services. The affidavit in support of the originating motion was done by Prince Emmanuel Kanu, brother to Nnamdi Kanu. He said that the facts and violations deposed to in this affidavit stated or started at the applicant's residence in Isiama, Afaruku, Ibeku, Umuahia North Local Government Area of Abia State, to wit, the military invasion of the applicants in September 2017 by a combined team of Ohafia-based 14th Brigade of the Nigerian Army, the Abia State Command of Nigerian Police and Nigerian Police Force, and the Abia State Directorate of the State Security Service. It was the said invasion that nearly took the life of the applicant that caused him to seek refuge abroad, which ultimately to Kenya, where the respondents lawfully pursued him, abducted him, disappeared him, and ultimately brought him to Nigeria and detained him. That in October 2015, the applicant was arrested in Lagos upon his return from the United Kingdom, detained in Abuja, and ultimately charged for certain offences. Charge number FHC/ABJ/CR/3383/2015, Federal Republic of Nigeria versus Nnamdi Kanu. That the applicant was detained for 18 months but was later released on bail, whereupon he returned to his home in Isiama, Afaruku, Ibeku, Umuahia North, Abia State, and there awaiting his next trial date set for October 2017. That's on or about 10th September, while the applicant was resting at home with some family members and friends, the Ohafia-based Nigeria Army, Police and DSS launched military invasion and assault at the applicant's residential building and premises. That in the course of the military action, 28 people were killed and several others, including the applicant, were wounded. Both of the applicant's parents sustained grave injuries from the military invasion, and both of them eventually succumbed to those injuries and are now late. That in the course of the invasion, the applicant managed to escape to a safe location, from where he managed to flee overseas to save his life. That there was neither a court order revoking the applicant's bail nor any arrest warrant that could have justified the deadly military assaults. That had the president implemented the provisional measures, the applicant would have felt safe enough to voluntarily end his exile and return to Nigeria to face prosecution in the said charge under reference therein. That in the course of his exile, the applicant on about May 5th, 2021, entered the Republic of Kenya on his British passports and was admitted as such as Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, Nairobi. After his admission, the applicant settled in at a temporary location in Nairobi, Kenya. Emmanuel Kanu then went on to reveal in detail the abduction of Nnamdi Kanu from the East African country and his ordeal in the hands of the Nigerian security operatives at a private residence where he was taken to. He said that on June 19, 2021, the applicant drove himself and without any companion to Jomo Kenyatta International Airport to drop off a friend at the airport. That as soon as the applicants pulled to stop at the parking lot and alighted from his vehicle, about 20 respondent agents, hereafter abductors, violently accosted and abducted the applicants, handcuffed and blindfolded him, bundled him in a vehicle and sped off while telling onlookers that the applicant is a terrorist separatist, that the applicant's abductors took him to a nondescript private house, not a police station, somewhere in Nairobi, Kenya, and chained him to the floor. That's why chained to the floor, the applicant's abductors took turns to beat him, torturing him to a point that he fainted several times and was intermittently revived when they poured cold water on him. That to prevent the applicant's anguished screaming from being heard in the vicinity, the applicant's abductors tied a cloth over his mouth and so close to the covering his nostrils that the applicant struggled to breathe. That the applicant remained chained to the floor for 8 days and was thus forced to relieve himself of urine and excrement, where he was chained with same being smeared all over his body. That throughout the duration of the applicant's captivity, he was not allowed to bathe and was fed only on bland bread once a day and given non-sanitary water to drink. Sahara reporters had on September 7 reported that Ejimako lawyer to the detained IPOB leader headed to court over the latest health issues. It had been reported that the access roads to the court were blocked by truckloads of the military, police and other security agencies, which created fear in road users in Umuahia. Ejimako, in an application, Nnamdi Kanu versus Federal Government of Nigeria and 7 others, had brought an ex parte order asking the court to, among other things, make an interim order of release of Kanu to attend to his health in any medical facility of his choice in Nigeria, pending the hearing of the motion. The High Court, presided over by Justice K.C.J. Okereke, had asked the lawyer to put the respondent on notice. In an elaborate statement released later that day, Ejimako has said, "Today I secure an order from the High Court of Abia State to serve by substituted means an application for enforcement of the fundamental rights of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which I recently brought before the High Court of Abia State. The next hearing date is set for 21st September 2021 in Umuahia. The material issue is the unbroken chain of infringement that began with the 2017 extrajudicial attempt on Kanu's life in Abia State, his involuntary flight to safety exile, his abduction in Kenya, and his extraordinary rendition to Nigeria. We believe that these supervening issues have complicated Kanu's prosecution and thus must be judicially dispensed with before any further prosecutorial action can proceed. Accordingly, I have placed the following briefs before the courts."